We are going to begin our trigonometry unit by looking at SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA is just a memory device or mnemonic for remembering the sine, cosine, and tangent ratios. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan stands for opposite over adjacent. So there is our SOHCAHTOA. The way I learned it in high school was old hippies are high on acid. That's kind of silly. An extension of that might be some old hippies, children, are high today on acid. So it's a crazy way to learn it, or you could just remember SOHCAHTOA. And what does that refer to? Opposite and hypotenuse and adjacent are the sides of a right angle triangle. So SOHCAHTOA only applies to right angle triangles. Let's try a couple. Let's determine the height of the kite. First, we need to label our triangle according to the reference angle, so the 20. Across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, that's the longest side. And then across from the 20 degrees is the opposite. The last side is the adjacent side. We want the height of the kite, and we have the hypotenuse, or the length of the string. So we need to use the ratio that combines the O with the H, and that's so SOHCAHTOA. So we need so. So we're going to set up the ratio. Sine of the angle goes here, equals opposite over hypotenuse. And I always usually write the actual ratio just to remind myself. So plugging in the numbers, I get sine of 20 equals O, which is the height of the kite, I'll make it an H, over the length of the string, 50. And then I'm going to solve that. So we said that sine 20 equals the height over 50, so the height of the kite. And then I rearrange that by cross multiplying. I get H equals 50 sine 20. I put that into the calculator, making sure that my calculator is in degrees, and I get that the height of the kite is 17 meters. In this first example, we found the length of a side, we had an angle, and we had one side, and we were able to find the length of the other side. Let's find an angle now, see how it's different. Okay, so we're looking at the small bird. This person is looking at the small bird, and we're going to try and figure out the angle of elevation. So from his eyes up to the bird, we're going to do that. So this is the angle we need to be using in order to label our triangle. The hypotenuse is right across from the right angle. Across from the angle X is the opposite, and the remaining side is the adjacent. So in this case, I have O and I have A, and I want to find the angle. So if it's O and A, I need to set up tan. So tan of the angle, so again, what goes with the tan, or the sine or the cos, is the angle, is equal to O over A. Then I'm going to write the numbers in. So tan x equals 60 over 10. Tan x equals 6. I noticed that when we got to this stage, I had tan x equals 6, and I wanted to find the angle. I needed to use the tan inverse. On your calculator, that's going to be a shift or a second function, and then you just put in the 6. Make sure your calculator's in degrees, and you'll get 80 degrees. Good luck. Try the other 3 triangles for yourself.